Three, two. This meeting is being recorded. Should I push continue?
Go ahead.
Hi, this is David Snell with executiverestoration.com, and I've got Des, special guest Des, who is a broker. She is a realtor, and she is a stager, and she is my special guest tonight. So, Des, thank you so much for the opportunity to get to know your heart. And could you tell us all about you, please?
Yeah, sure. So again, I am Des Gerald, and I am a real estate broker, and I am a certified property stager. Um, so I got my license in 2004, and I was certified as a staging, accredited staging professional in 2007.
Right.
And I worked with a few companies for some time, probably worked with about maybe three different real estate companies. And then I went out on my own about 3 years ago. And so real estate and staging, it's my life, it's my passion. It's in me. I was born into it. So that's what I do.
So, what is the difference between a realtor and a broker?
So the difference between a realtor and a broker is the realtor is actually a part of a national association of realtors. So a broker can be a realtor. And there's many brokers out here that are realtors. It's just that realtors belong to an organization. There's some brokers that, I mean, you don't necessarily have to be a realtor, but I don't know what broker wouldn't want to be a realtor and be a part of a big governing body, association, because you really can't do much. You're limited without being a realtor. Um, you can't join the MLS. You really can't utilize putting properties on and off the market if you don't have that realtor stamp. So that would be the main difference. So,
So, you're a realtor, you're a broker, and you're also a stager. What in the world is a stager? Does a stager have anything to do with like a stagecoach from the Western days?
no. Well, a stager actually is a person that goes into a seller's home, someone that wants to put their home on the market and present that property in the best possible light. They will call in a stager to come in and set the stage in that household to make sure that that home sells at top dollar and it sells quickly. And so we
So,
pretty much
base,
go in, yeah, we pretty much go in and we make sure that all the rooms are presented in a way that it will appeal to the masses. So you want to make sure that you declutter, you want to depersonalize, and you want to position the furniture and decor in a way that it will be appealing to the masses.
so basically, I guess it got the name back in the days when we had plays and musicals on stage, right?
Yeah,
Maybe. So
maybe,
you're so
maybe,
you're
yeah, maybe a
staging
little
it
bit.
to look presentable for the people who might be interested in buying the house, correct?
Correct. That's what
So
staging is all about.
you want to stage it to look pretty, you want to stage it to smell pretty,
That's
and you
right.
want to stage it to look, smell, and be pretty, right?
That's right. And one thing you don't want to do is slap lipstick on a pig, right? You don't want to come in and just decorate a house or let me say stage a house because it's really not technically it's not decorating. You don't want to come in and have with someone's stage and you have miscellaneous things going on in the house. Like the flooring is kind of tore up and you're trying to cover it up with a rug. You don't want to do stuff like that. I've been in circumstances where sellers would try to put me in that situation, but that's not something that I do. That's not what I'm about. So I go, you know, I wear both hats. So being a realtor, I want to make sure that things are in good working condition and working order, in addition to staging and presenting the house in the best possible light.
So let me ask you a question as a realtor and broker and a stager. So you're 3-in-1.
Yeah. Well, realtor and broker, we do the same thing. It's just that that broker having that realtor um, trademark, I guess you can say, is a part of an association.
So if people have a home and
Yeah.
you come in and you organize it and you make it look pretty and you stage it so it sells. So for example, if somebody's a hoarder, they're probably not going to sell the home, right?
No, you're going to have some problems there. So in that instance, I would definitely calling a company. And there's some stages that what they do is they specialize in organization. So I would actually call in a staging company to help me on a project like that. And get, the house decluttered and, make sure, because everything has to be moved out so that you can see the floors and see everything and see the condition of that property.
And of course, if the people can't see the floors, they're probably not going to be interested in putting a bid on it, right?
Correct. Correct.
Okay, so I
Yeah,
learned something new right there. So if somebody's got pretty hardwood floors, they don't need to be covering them up. They need to expose them, right?
that's right.
And then people who have all these homes who they buy all these things who hoard stuff, they need to either throw them away or put them in the attic or the basement so they can have space for people to move around. Is that right?
Absolutely right. You want to declutter and depersonalize.
Is that something that's something that you do, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, so
Absolutely.
that's another thing I didn't realize. So that is really good to know, people. So if you're trying to sell your house, what if they already have a realtor or broker? Can they use you to stage the home?
Absolutely. I have realtor peers that I have relationships with. And for those relationships, for realtors that use me all the time, I would actually go in and I would do a 30-minute walkthrough consultation. And that's with me walking through every room of that house and giving the owner ideas on what to do for each room.
Wonderful.
Yeah. Typically, the cost for that starts at 75 per hour in the normal circumstances. But for my realtor peers, people that use me all the time, that's something that I do complimentary.
Okay, so $75 an hour. That sounds very economical.
Yeah, because I mean, it usually doesn't take, I would say the longest I've been in a household, walking through a household, was 3 hours. Typically, usually only takes me about an hour, 35 minutes to an hour. But if there's a lot going on, then it can last up to 3 hours.
So why doesn't everybody use your service?
I think it's just a matter of them knowing and getting the information out there, you know,
Oh my
and
God,
marketing it. Yeah,
that's awesome. So really, people need to know more about what a stager is, what a stager does. So not only is she not only is Des a licensed realtor and a licensed broker, but you're a licensed stager too, right?
I am a certified accredited staging professional. Yes, I
Oh my
am.
goodness. So
I
they're
actually
really
got
getting,
I got certified from a company called stagehomes.com is the website.
mhm.
And Bob Schwartz, she was the founder, I believe in 1989, I believe, I want to say. But if anybody's interested in staging, they can go to that website, stagedhomes.com. Um, and that's where I got my certification from in 2007.
Now, do you have a website?
Yeah, my website is direalestatestaging.com.
Okay, DI
Yes. And the
Real
DI
Estate.
stands for Desired Inspirations, which is my parent company.
Okay,
But it's direalestatestaging.com.
okay. And what about can they also text you or call you if they want to?
Absolutely. They can call me at 704-997-9539, and I can receive text messages there as well.
Nice. So that's 704 997
9539.
9539.
Yes.
So we know who, what, when, where, how, and what are you most passionate about?
What am I most passionate about?
As far as, are you more passionate about being a realtor broker? Are you more passionate about staging, or are they about the same?
They're about the same, Dave. That's why my company's called DI Real Estate and Staging.
Okay. Okay.
Go hand in hand. I mean, I will say most of my business comes from real estate, but I love them both passionately. I tell everybody all the time, and if you've watched any of my videos, you know this, that I tell everybody that I was born into it because I had a mom and we joke around with her. We tell her that she had OCD growing up because she would make us wake up every Saturday morning at 6 o'clock, and we would clean the walls, wipe the baseboards, we would vacuum, mop the floors, and we would rearrange furniture all the time. And after that, we would go shopping to like buy like new area rugs or curtains or new comforters. So she always had us switching up the house. And then my dad, he wasn't a licensed real estate broker, but he was into real estate and purchasing real estate. So he was always a landlord.
Right.
My uncles had construction companies. Like I was sanding floors and painting houses at the age of 9. So when I was born into it, it's a part of me. Like I couldn't even imagine doing anything else.
Wow.
So
So what makes you different from any other realtor or any other broker or any other stager out there? What makes you unique? What makes you stand apart?
okay, well, I am just going to kind of say some of the things that my clients say to me because I don't know what other realtors really do, because I don't walk hand in hand with that realtor. But I have been told that I'm very supportive, I'm caring, I'm very down to earth, I'm transparent. I tell everybody like transparency and relationships is everything to me. So I
Yes.
care about building relationships. I have relationships with clients before they close. I mean, before they find a property, through the whole process, and after they close. I'm like the realtor, my clients' family realtors. So I would say half of my business just comes from referrals alone.
Right.
But I've been told that I'm very thoughtful, creative. I think outside the box. I'm very good at informing my clients and educating them about the process and just holding their hand and really showing that I care, and looking out for them. Some of them call me the real estate police. Some of them have told me I have nerves of steel.
That's good.
And yeah, so
So one of the things that's so important in business is to, so many people need to make it about the relationship, and so many people out there are not doing what you do. And they're just thinking about the sale. They're not thinking about helping the person out. But when we make it about the relationship, we get so much further with people.
yeah, I mean, I just I like looking at myself in the mirror and smiling
Right.
every morning and patting myself on the back and say, "Hey, Des, you're really making a difference and you're doing a great job."
Right.
And I cannot do that if I'm not being, first of all, being myself and being someone that's caring, and always putting myself in the other person's shoe. Like if the shoe was on the other foot, how would I feel? How would I want to be treated?
Yes, she is very real. She is very real. She is very caring to her clients and other people that she knows, and she will help you. So, folks, if you're thinking about selling your house, if you're thinking about getting your house into shape and having it staged to prepare for sale, she's the person for you.
That's right.
And
I'm your
she
girl.
cares and she wants to help you,
That's right.
and she will guide you along your journey in the sale of your house. But not only that, she can stage your house too.
That's
So
right.
with Des, it's a one-stop shop.
There you go. And I have the right people in place to help you out. Like, say, if you need some plumbing done, or if you need any electrical done, if you need a mold guy, like Dave Snell to come in to do some testing. I go through that home like a fine tooth comb when I list the property, because I don't want to put anything out in the market that's trash or garbage. I mean, I've seen some things that really aggravated me, that pissed me off. Looking at photos online with properties listed, and you have a whole bunch of trash on the counters in the kitchen and clothes thrown in the corner on the floor. That's not a good way to present your house at all and put it on the market, because what's going to happen is you're going to get lowball offers. So you just have to be very careful on how you present your house and put it on the market so that you get top dollar, you get it sold quick. And I'm an expert at doing that for you and helping you with that.
So for you to come in, you charge $75 an hour to consult for
I do.
staging.
That's right.
And then what is a typical staging project cost for, say, a $3,000 square foot home?
Okay, now it really depends. I say it's case by case because, I don't know, the home could be vacant or the home could already have furniture in there and I just need to come in and reorganize and bring in my own accessories. It just really, really depends. But I will say I do not take on a job where I have to come in and do the work that's less than $2,500. That's just my minimum, because to add in the labor of furniture delivery and pickup and then my assistant with staging, it's just not cost effective to do a job less than that.
So
I
if you
don't.
had a if you had a listing and they were selling their house and the house was vacant, would you recommend to put furniture in that home?
I would definitely recommend it. But then it would really depend on the price point here in Charlotte. Because I really don't want my clients spending money if they don't have to. And I will
Mhm.
say, if it's a very clean house, anything under, I would say anything under 190 to 200, you could get away with probably not staging it. And that's if the rooms or the floor plan isn't kind of weird. Like if you have a weird floor plan where a buyer's gonna walk in and they're not gonna be able to imagine how to place furniture, I don't care what price point it is, you need to get a stager, period. Because we're,
Wow.
we're, we're experts at that. We know how to rearrange furniture and work with any floor plan that you
This
have.
is very informative, and I would say that most people I know of didn't know about this. So this is a very informational, very informative video to help other people understand not only is she a realtor and broker and stager, but how she can bring all three of these things in to help others.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, I will say I do charge, like I said before, 75 per hour to do a walkthrough consultation. I charge a minimum of 250 depending on the square footage if you want something written. But for all my clients, all my seller clients, I give them a complimentary walkthrough staging consultation. So I don't care how long it takes. If you hire me as your client, it's complimentary to you. And I'll walk through that room with you. If I have to help you declutter it, I've helped sellers declutter their house and just help them organize stuff. That's complimentary to you, because I really do care about how you present your house and put it on the market, because
So
that's where
that's
you're gonna get top dollar
So
by
that's
doing
another
that.
reason. So that's another reason that you guys might want to consider Des,
Hmm.
because not only can she help you with selling your home, listing your home, but also staging your home. So, wow, that sounds like a huge opportunity.
I definitely bring a lot of value. I
And that's
definitely
really
bring a lot of
important.
value.
People need to see the value, they need to understand the value, and they need to realize that people are people go by impressions, first
Right.
impressions.
Right. And I have references. So if you ever need references, I have plenty of clients that would not mind you giving them a call and talking to them and asking them questions about my service at all, from
Great.
staging to working with buyers to working with sellers.
Good. Thank you so much for the opportunity to get to know you, to understand
Oh,
what
well,
a
you know me,
realtor
Dave.
and a broker and a stager is all about. I've actually learned some new things today that I
Okay.
didn't know and that I didn't understand.
Okay,
So
great.
this is David Snell and Des, and thank you so much again for the opportunity to get to know you and what you offer, and thank you for sharing and showing so much value.
Absolutely. I love it. It's my passion, it's my life, and I wouldn't do any other thing.
We love it.
Yeah. All right. Thanks for
Wow.
watching, everybody.
It was 22, 22.